What's up, beautiful people? Another day, another study, and we've got another cognitive health study on the channel. Not surprising, given this is an area I pay attention to a lot. We know that sedentary time is associated with diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, cognitive decline, and dementia. And the proposed mechanisms there are possibly increased inflammation, maybe a reduction in neuroplasticity, increases in vascular dysfunction. And previous research has shown that the effects of excess sedentary time are not fully negated by exercise. And this has mostly been in metabolic health. But this study was a cross-sectional and longitudinal study. We're going to focus more on the longitudinal data because that's more important data. Cross-sectional just looks at a particular snapshot in time. Longitudinal is when we follow people for a time period. And that was about 5 years on average in this study. And they're looking at the associations of sedentary time with cognition and structural brain changes in adults without dementia. And they found that as sedentary time increased, there was a decrease in volume in the brain in the hippocampus. That's an area that's associated with dementia. It's an area that's important for learning and memory. And this even stood when they accounted for moderate and vigorous physical activity. In fact, 87% of the participants in the study met the 150 minutes of physical activity that the CDC recommends. So people, by and large, were meeting the guidelines. But even then, the effects of exercise did not completely negate the effects of sedentary behavior on hippocampal brain volume. There's also a decrease in naming and information processing speed with increased sedentary time that again was significant even when moderate and vigorous physical activity was accounted for. So this is another study in the line of studies demonstrating that as clinicians, we need to look at people's exercise as well, but also look at their movement throughout the day and encourage more frequent bouts of movement throughout the day. So at home, I have a standing desk, I have an under-desk treadmill. I've recommended under-desk ellipticals for patients. I've had patients do things like the 28-2 method, or even just get up every hour and then do like 10 body weight squats, do some jumping jacks. I'll do some wall push-ups. Those are the things I do when I'm in clinic and I don't have access to my tools at home. So encouraging more intentional movement throughout the day seems to be beneficial for areas of health that we care about, like metabolic health and brain health.